Is everyone ready?
You're live.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't have one of the fancy little clickboards, but you're live.
Alrighty then. Let us start, as we always do, with roll call. Tokas.
Hello.
Totzig.
Hello there.
Salik.
Yes, I am here.
And Boblin.
I'm Boblin.
When last we all met, you had an altercation with the, at the time, mad flaming skull of Napartek. And a bunch of undead spiders that did relatively nothing to any of you. I think one did like 2 damage, and that's it. But with a well-placed remove curse and a freeing of a trapped soul, you had ended the altercation in quite possibly the most peaceful way possible. That being said, this is still Chult. Death curse is still around and prevalent, and you still have a mission. 1 second, I feel a sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I don't have.
I felt it a mile away. Anyways, trekking on, you find yourself at another hallway. This one with a massive obsidian fan that seemed to have attempted to pull you into it.
Wasn't it at a Mantine for confirmation?
What'd you say? You're kind of quiet.
Wasn't it at a Mantine for confirmation?
I believe that was what was said.
Yeah, it was adamantine. With some well-placed fire and ice spells, and over the course of time, effectively, you managed to break its rotation and slam the fan into its brace, stopping it completely. And that is where we left off. Unless I'm forgetting anything? I don't think I'm forgetting anything.
Nothing that comes to my mind.
All right. With that, we come back into focus. What do you all do?
All right. Safe to say the edges are still very sharp. So steady there, Bob. Don't cut yourself.
Okay.
And I'm going to carry the small child of the fully grown adult goblin and just huck him over the fan so he can tell us what the fuck's over there.
Wait, I didn't know.
Can I get a strength check from you? Because this might be funny.
Waiting on the character sheet to actually finish the little swirly swirl.
Oh no.
Strength or athletics?
Strength. All right. Well, you're not launched too far. You're launched effectively here, which is fine. But what you see as you pick yourself up and look throughout the room is a deep pit opens at the entrance of this tomb, with a stone sarcophagus resting at the bottom. A snarling monkey-like creature decorates the sarcophagus lid. Beyond the pit, 3 treasure chests sit on stone daises. The chest on the left is carved in black onyx. The middle is made of rusty iron, and the chest on the right is cast in silver and glistening frost. that is what you see.
There's monkeys and chests.
Look
What was the first chest made out of?
Iron. No, black onyx.
All three chests were made of black onyx?
No, the one on the first one, the one on the right. The one on the left. Sorry.
Okay, so we got black onyx.
Rusty iron and silver and frost.
Okay.
I sense another trap and or puzzle. Dokas, do you mind running a detect magic while I examine this newly acquired stuff?
Go ahead. I will do the ritual detect magic.
All right.
And as
Are
he
you
does
going
that,
to
I
go
will.
into that room?
I will allow Tokus Tatsig to throw me.
I will allow myself to throw me.
I was like, impressive.
Or is there just like, is there a space between a blade that I can just squeak through?
Yeah, it's big enough to where like a normal sized creature could squeeze through it. Unfortunately, I
small.
think Totsig's kind of shit out of luck with that.
Yeah, I'll like lift the gnome, and rather than him squeeze, I'll tenderly get him over and drop him on the other side.
There we go.
I was just yeeting Bobbler
Perfectly
because it's my son. I gotta yeet your child.
Yeah, you see the things that I have described from Boblin's point of view. With the detect magic, you see that all three chests and the sarcophagus are magical in some way. Yeah, it's detect magic that allows you to see the type, right?
It shows you the aura and type of magic. Yes.
Yeah. So along the sarcophagus in the pit, it is absolutely abjuration magic. It seems to be magically locked. The three different chests all radiate magic of a certain kind, but they seem to be different types of magic. I'm just like quickly speed reading this because I had this prepped last week and then I've been busy. So yeah, there's a lot of evocation magic in here. But can I get an investigation check from you? Along with either an investigation check or an arcana check, whichever is better for you.
They are the same.
Okay.
Hey, Balin, want to assist me?
Yes. Boblin just stares really hard at Tokus.
Yeah, I don't know how he would help you with this. It's
His
more.
eyes are bugging. I am willing you to be good at magic. Boblin's talking a little too loudly.
I meant for like the investigation.
No, be good at magic. Are you?
Well, I am Flash of reducing that to a 14.
With a 14, you would see that with your detect magic, you see that the chests themselves seem to be connected magically with the lock on the sarcophagus.
Okay, so it seems the chests are magically linked to the sarcophagi. This. Sarcophagus is abjuration. Chests are, I believe you said, evocation?
Evocation, yeah, and the little bit of abjuration from the link. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Yes, I'm fairly certain, yeah. This would all be under evocation.
Okay. really want to try a chest, but that seems like a bad idea. What do you...
One clarifying question. In terms of layout of the room, this is like a pit. Like we'd have to jump to get like there.
Yeah. I believe it is. Looking. Why isn't this a 20-foot deep pit?
Hmm.
They really like 20 feet as a sign of measurement around here.
I wonder.
Go ahead, Boblin.
I don't know. How are we supposed to open the chests?
Mage hand.
Why don't you go ahead?
I don't have mage hand.
What near by your magic?
Not every magic person has mage hand.
Is there a problem over there?
We can't get to
He
the...
lost his hand.
I will take that monkey away.
Don't you know?
I'm sorry. He lost his what?
I don't have mage
It was a
hand.
tragic accident in the fan.
I will hold my hand over Boblin's mouth, and I will say there are 3 chests. I would like to try to open them, but there is a 20-foot pit between them and me. Yes.
I could throw you.
Caber
No.
toss the gnome.
I'm actually not all that strong, but I could try.
I'm good.
What if we use rope? Somehow. I don't have any other ideas besides rope.
Hey, Bird.
Sleek momentarily breaks his
Just like snapping in front
observation
of
of
him.
the staff.
I appreciate that you want to study your new toy, but I'm just a little too thick to get through this gap. Whereas I'm pretty sure we can just squish down your feathers and get you onto the other side. They're talking about they need some mage hand assistance for something.
Sleek looks at the. Hello.
Guys.
Hello.
So yeah, Sleek takes a glances at the staff, sighs, shoulders the staff, or holsters it onto his back, and oh, very well. And then we'll carefully make his way past the dislodged fan. Oh wait, was I muted? No. Okay.
No, you're good. You're good. You can do that. It would be very cramped in there, but once you get into like the room itself, unlike most of the other like hallways and rooms, you have this 20-foot deep pit that you can like, it's nice and roomy for a second there. So yeah, I would say I want to give you a check for this, but I don't think it matters in the long run. So I think like you just take the time and just fly the your 2 comrades over to the other side.
Yep.
Along with yourselves over there.
Hey,
Yeah, that's what I would do, but I wouldn't test the chest just yet. We need to so League would feel that we need to examine a little more closely before we try anything.
All right.
That's why we do the mage hand from backup.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
But for
the
that,
3 of
I
you can
require
meet
a
over
little
on the other
more room.
side. perfectly fine.
Goblin, get over here.
Sorry. Hi.
Now, these chests. Did you detect any sort of order in which they might be required to open?
Nope. I will go up and investigate them more closely.
I think we should open this one first.
Don't touch that, Boblin. And,
I'm not touching.
and
I am not.
Blueberry, don't even
I
think
am-
about it.
I am investigating visually.
Silly will try to rack his memory of the what is it? Bronze plaques to see if any of these sort of light up. Let me just go over my notes here while I do this.
I will pull out the rubbings that I took.
I mean, so far the only thing we haven't really finished from the first one.
Is the keys.
Did we do the don the mask or be seen?
Oh yeah, that and keys.
That might have been the skull.
So
Oh, the
no,
flaming
skull
eyes.
was-
the enemy's oppose was the key to get us into the building. I'm like head sticking through the fan, yelling. The one stands between them. I think that was making sure that there was a neutral creature, or
Yeah.
something we haven't encountered yet. In darkness, it hides. I may have been.
The entrance.
Yes. Don the Mask or be seen tells me we may have missed something because we've already dealt with the doomed child.
Old. So this is either mask or keys.
Would be mask or keys. Doctor,
Into
do you want
darkness
some
descend.
assistance to
So,
slip on in the room? I physically I can't fit through the fan, but if you want to go in there and be able to see what's going on. Doctor.
Oh,
Doctor?
sorry. I got back. I was out of range for a minute.
Yeah, I was saying,
Alright.
you want me to help you
What's going on?
slip through this fan so you can help them figure out what the hell's going on in there? I'm too big.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll
Gingerly help him through the sharp fan.
Sharp fan.
You may need to be very careful. There's apparently a pit as you get to the end of the hall. Damn it, Delg.
How deep is this pit?
20 feet?
20 foot.
20-foot pit.
Yes.
Looks like there's a sarcophagus in it.
There,
Yeah.
there,
Yes, there is.
There is. Necromancer, doctor.
Yeah.
It was about to consume a Delg.
I was thinking about like letting Delg fall down in there and use him as a step stool, but he's still a dwarf, so. Let's open up the doctor's sheet here, if it ever loads. How did everybody else get across this?
The leak.
yeah.
Salik and Toxic just like throwing.
Toxic throwing. It's interesting.
Yeah, I just kind of yeeted them across.
Right. So who's gonna help me cross?
I got nothing to help you.
Got nothing to cross? Help me get across?
Sir, I am a 10 strength gnome with mainly attack spells. What do you want?
I have rope.
Yes, that's been Roblin's big help of the night, rope.
I mean, I really don't want to use like spell components just to get across here.
Jump.
No need. I'll escort the doctor over.
God. Sleek's getting a workout tonight.
On that note, as soon as Lee drops the doctor off, he just lands and just falls asleep.
Just get me. I
Okay.
don't care about the other two. They can stand right there. But so
There
what's
you go.
going on in here then? Now,
Okay, the 3 chests are linked to the sarcophagus. The sarcophagus has abjuration magic. The 3
Uh-huh.
chests, I believe, have evocation.
evocation. Okay. Have you tried opening any of the chests, or
We have
is
not.
that pretty much where we're
And that's
like
pretty
sitting?
much where we're at.
Silvery frost, rusty iron, and black onyx.
Materials
Yes.
made of, or appears to be made of.
Do we have any clues for this?
No. That's-
Yeah. Yes.
It's either Don the Mask would be seen, or the keys turn on the inside only.
Just it being chests.
Leek wakes up. No, wakes up to Simon and says, "Wait a minute. And the dead abhor sunlight. Ah, I have an idea. Earlier we came across a room with mirrors. What if we go back, extract some of the mirrors, and then arrange them throughout the dungeon so that they reflect the sunlight from outside, then have them direct the sunlight at the sarcophagus and see what happens?"
Sounds way too complicated compared to everything else we've seen so far.
I'm trying to remember where we ran into mirrors and how big the mirrors were.
They were
Considering how,
like,
was in, like,
all the way back at the beginning.
yeah, but at the same time, weren't they like fairly sizable stairs at the 5-foot wide hallway?
Yes.
It's all about the strategic placement of the mirrors. Out of character, I'm pretty sure that's not the answer, but this is this is probably something Salik would come up with since his flaw is like favoring complicated plans.
Makes sense. Also, I love it just because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you recently read from the book? Because you're not supposed to read from the book.
No, that I just came up with that. I was just going to know since one of them happens to be like the dead abhor sunlight. I just thought, how would we apply that?
I didn't mean that you actually read from the book. I was making a reference to a movie. Sorry.
Oh, what?
This is getting way too meta.
Just a bit.
But anyhow,
All right, back
I
in character.
check
Oh.
if there's slots for mirrors, and I'll just like walk out away down the hallway looking if there's like anywhere for mirror inserts to humor the bird.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor, do your friends, do they hear?
Yes, they hear like anyone else.
Do they react to what they hear?
If I tell them to.
Okay. Boblin goes over and whispers to the doctor. Why don't we all just get out of here and then have them open some of the chests and see what happens?
What happens if we do it wrong? Does it lock this?
Well, 'cause it's magic, I'm gonna assume it explodes. Or fills with poison or water or snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it doesn't really matter if it happens to them because they're so friendly.
Friendly.
Subtle, Boblin, subtle.
Thank you, God.
Black onyx, rusty iron.
At some point, you are going to need to open something.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Salik, I'm afraid I don't see anywhere we would insert, much less, now that I think about it, even have detached said mirrors. So that might be the wrong midnight hoot.
Oh, bugger. Too bad there was not an excavation team nearby. We could certainly borrow some of their equipment. Alas, we'll have to go with Plan B. Everyone clear the room and we'll try Mage Hand. What happens?
Mage hand. Not so sure.
Depends if they're locked, but
Do
Might
they
not be.
appear
Are
locked?
they visibly locked?
What sort of locks do
the
they have?
the chests do not look locked. They do not seem to have like a lock on them on the outside that you can see.
I will.
But they do have a lid and hinges, right?
I will investigate for just general non-arcane traps.
Okay.
26.
26. This is a very well produced chest. Like the only kind of lock that you see on it, from what you can see, is like one of those flip ones just to keep the lid closed. But that's it. Like other than that, like you could just like flip that out and then it looks as though, without you haven't touched it from what I've heard, it looks as though you could just lift it up and like any other chest.
Yeah, they are totally unlocked. At least this one is.
So mage hand to work.
Just a moment. I want to examine something. And once again, pulling out the other staff he acquired, so he's just going to sort of passively hover it over, not touching, but just hover it throughout the room, like first over the chest, then over the sarcophagus, just to see if something triggers. Like if the staff starts to react or something.
Um,
I will point out he won't touch anything with the scepter,
just
and this is
gonna-
assuming he's at least got some idea of what the scepter is.
I'm just looking at it right now. You take about 5 minutes to like wave it over each chest and the sarcophagus. You don't get any feeling from anything from the staff.
All right, with that, it's a legal remark. I'll need more
don't
time
know
to go over
if-
this scepter.
Yeah, I don't know if you did you make a like an identify check or something to figure out what this was, because it looks like a staff made to look like a snake on the top.
Yeah, I got that it was meant to look like a snake, but beyond that, I have not actually made any rolls yet. Primarily
Okay.
because like conversations and stuff are going down.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just needed to make sure. It's been a bit.
So investigation check.
If you would like to.
All right, taking it. Yeah, just investigating the scepter. Oh, that's an 8.
You don't see anything. Like everything looks the way it does. Like there's 3 chests. There's a sarcophagus. You've been told that the sarcophagus is locked somehow with these chests. These chests have something to do with the lock on the sarcophagus that Tokus talked about.
Well, to clarify, I wasn't talking about investigating the room. I was talking about going over the scepter.
With the scepter, it looks like a magic staff. It feels like any other magic staff that you've used. It feels lightweight, well balanced. You don't like you assume that it has some magical properties because it doesn't seem to have any kind of wear or tear on it from being in here for God knows how long. But you don't know what it does.
All right, so before heading out, Sleek will sort of show Tokas the scepter, since he probably still has like detect magic going on. It's like, anything unusual, Tokas, about this scepter? Anything I ought to know before potentially using it myself?
I will look at the staff.
You will perceive the staff. It is a magic staff. It is magically enchanted. I want to say, because I believe you know what the staff does. it would be transmutation style, right? Or like what would it be?
No.
I believe it's transmutation.
I'm 90% sure what it is. If you just want to whisper it to me, and I will either confirm
Yeah.
or deny.
Yeah, give me a second. There. It's over in Discord.
Just whispered it to you in Roll20. You know, the thing we already have open.
Look, I had it there. It was easier for me.
Yeah, transmutation.
Wait, was that in character or?
It is transmutation. Could I roll an Arcana check in character to see if I know?
I'm gonna say the voice inside your head is like, "Ah, my staff.
What is it?
It's the staff of the Python.
Okay.
One of my greatest followers used it every often. It was their favorite."
Mm-hmm. Thinking. If I recall correctly, it can only be used by those who either have a great connection to nature or a patron of the sort.
It does not. Sitting up here on the fourth wall, doesn't say anything about that right now, from what I can see on the page.
Well, Staff of the Python typically requires cleric, warlock, or druid. But is what it is.
Yeah.
And I will look over and see the doctor casting a ritual, and I will move back from the chests.
So he sort of watches Togas go and like, aren't you going to answer my? Then his glance sort of goes over to the doctor and and he quickly hurries out of the way.
Boblin is entranced by the rusty iron chest.
I suppose heading that way, the league will sort of like, lean back, grab Boblin, and just drag him along.
Boblin just leaps over the pit to run.
I mean, he can almost make that leap.
It's not that far.
uh,
As long as he can get like 16 feet.
Yeah, if you could run like basically at an angle this way.
Boblin believes in Boblin. Boblin's gonna try the jump.
Like, it's not an exact angle because snapping, but
Okay.
something like that. He has his
Athletics or
10 feet.
acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics? 17. You dash jump. And then you manage to like hit the edge and just kind of slide a little right onto there. You're safe, but it's just like, ooh, any less and you would have been in the pit.
And that, Boblin, I was not going to burn a first level on that.
Boblin believes in Boblin. And the third person.
Right then. And flaring up his wings. Well, Togas, let's go.
Yeah. Let's take the smart method.
Elvis, what do you want? Like, you want my... Like, I can't give you attention right now.
But that's what you're doing.
Isn't we wedge over so that we all have, or at least have some room over here, so for us to stand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did anyone think to ask the doctor what he is doing?
Doctor, what are you doing?
Well, the plan was to try to open one, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured we'd probably want something safe to open it.
And for that, you have a plan.
Right. You can't see him, but he should be able to open the box.
Ah.
I just sort of picture like Sleep Boblin and Togas just sort of poking their heads around the corner to see what the doctor's gonna do.
Question, because I think it's funny. Would detect magic still be up while this happened?
It's invisible. Detect magic.
Yes, but detect magic would probably see the outline of it.
No, invisibility doesn't have a. There's nothing tangible for it to trigger on. Because then it would be able to detect invisibility, and it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Fair. Fun
If you
want
to roll it the other way,
aside.
by all means.
Fun thoughts aside. Continue.
Basically, Doctor is going to leave just like everybody else, but I'm going to use his token for the invisible servant.
A very crowded hallway.
Yeah. So which one, before I leave, should I tell him we should be opening? In fact, why am I even standing in here when I did it? Just because I didn't.
Yeah.
I could have cast it, left, and then cast it, but I just started the ritual in here.
I do not know which one we're going to open. I do not know if it truly matters.
I have a feeling that it doesn't matter, but if anybody has a strong feeling about one of these,
My gut says silver one.
think Silver Frost.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that just because I rolled a dice earlier to see which one we should open.
Right. Well, here the only one I didn't want to open was the one that I just rolled, was the rusty iron, just because it has lined up perfectly if it shoots something down the hall.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's not do rusty iron.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we can do silver. I'm gonna hide over here in the corner for right now.
Okay.
That's where Doctor's going to hide, but Invisible Servant will come over here and open this chest and see what happens.
You hear the invisible servant click the latch down, and then lift open the chest lid, and nothing happens.
When it opens.
It opens.
Okay, so let's go see what's inside. Zalik, need a ride?
Yeah, before you guys all come back in here, why don't I just walk over here and tell you?
Good idea.
Inside is from the inside you could see a little more of the mechanisms of the chest. It seems there are some kind of bit of
bitch in there.
latches.
I always wanted a dog.
There's some bits of latching inside that you couldn't see, and on the lid of the chest you see a key inside of a keyhole that seems to be like intertwined with some of the mechanisms on the inside.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'll tell him there's a key on the inside of the lid. I'll have him open the other two just to verify, because I think all of them will, based on our description.
So hearing this, Zalik will talk to Dogas and say, Dogas, the plaques mentioned keys several times, did they not?
I believe only one
The keys turn on the inside only.
Inside only. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, who wants to turn a key on the inside?
Well, I mean,
Unseen servant?
yeah, I'm thinking might as well like have him perform his duty as a servant.
Yeah. And the Mage Hand Zalik already just sort of like sulks away and disappears.
Yeah.
The thing is, don't you need to see to manipulate the mage hand?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna tell him to go turn the key on the black onyx chest, and Doctor is gonna get in the corner again, taking the dodge action once again to
I love it.
let him turn it. Basically, dodge action is like Doctor like huddling down in the corner to make himself as small as possible.
Fetal position.
As small as possible.
So,
Not fetal,
alright.
crouching down, because I might need to be able to move quickly. I don't want to be like stuck in the corner. I want to be able to dodge,
Yeah.
but also, you know, like
So-
gas rises and all that stuff. So, or sometimes it does.
So you
it's
command
heavy.
the
Unseen servant.
yeah, you command the unseen servant to try to turn the key on the upside of the lid.
Mhm.
All right. So he's like he opened up the chest and he tries to turn the key and it does not want to turn.
Okay.
Wait, he closed it?
The way it was
He can't turn the key.
yeah the way you described it was he tried to turn the key from the thing. So you just like opened it up and tried to turn the key.
Mm-hmm.
It would not move.
Maybe we need to turn all three at the same time. I will tell everybody.
Is
Well,
I still think it has
Is
to be in
he-
a certain order.
he in the box turning? Because it
Yeah,
turns from the
key does
inside.
not seem. Yeah, the key.
There's a keyhole, but there's no key. Is that what
No,
you're saying?
there's a key in a keyhole in the lid of the chest.
Uh huh.
That seems to be the same for all three of them.
Right.
so the keys turn. I think somebody is going to have to literally be in the chest to turn the key.
Oh, I get it. You have to be
Yeah.
in there with
Yeah,
it
the keys
closed.
turn from the inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, I mean, I think I can tell him to do that. If that's, I mean, get in the box. Close the lid.
Okay.
Give it a spin.
So you have your servant go into the which one? The black
The
iron?
black onyx. Yeah.
The black onyx one? Okay.
Yep.
So you see you command him to crawl in the chest. You hear a thunk thunk as he stands in the chest and closes it down and turns the key.
Mm-hmm.
You feel your unseen servant pop as a noise comes from the chest, and you see like what looks like some kind of apparently some kind of locking symbol on the brain, the sarcophagus. Turn 90 degrees, and then insert itself down on the decorative monkey on the sarcophagus.
This is a monkey sarcophagus?
Yes.
One of the
I
aspects
feel like
was
this
a
is like
monkey.
important information that my party did not inform me of when I came in. Some monkey
Again, a monkey. Like, was it a Wongo? I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah, just
So we've got the serpent, which I
Yeah.
can't say Moa without thinking of Warframe.
Yeah, same here.
But something appeared on the sarcophagus.
You said it was like a locking icon?
Yeah, it seemed like something that you hadn't noticed before had turned and then went into the sarcophagus, as though the one of the locking mechanisms in the sarcophagus had unlocked. You still have two more chests and to deal with.
So you're saying it unlocked or it locked?
probably locked. Or I mean, it probably unlocked something on the sarcophagus. Probably need to do this for the other two, to like completely unlock it. if you guys want to wait around for like 20 minutes, I can summon him 2 more times and have him do this again for the other 2.
I mean, it
As
seems
well.
the safest option.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Let me try something. And resummoning the mage hand, Salik will move it between the rusty iron and the silvery frost. Let's put it to a vote. Which one?
It's your mage hand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Salik will pick the silvery frost. The mage hand will open it, sort of hover inside, grab the key, pull it down so it closes on itself, and then try to turn it.
All very informed and creative ways of doing this. So your mage hand turns the key. You also feel the mage hand pop from some kind of force, and you see another one of the divots in the sarcophagus turn and like turn 90 degrees on the sarcophagus.
I mean, if that works, I can just mage hand the other one.
I mean, the way it was described, I do not see a means of which it would not work.
I just figured
Rather than waiting
like
10
weight type
minutes.
things, but
Yeah.
then again, I was thinking it was gonna have a mage hand would have a hard time opening on these.
How
with them
much
being
strength does
big
the mage hand
chests.
have? I know it can
Pounds.
attack, but
It can
Wait,
lift 5 pounds.
Yeah, lift 5 pounds, but like your unseen servant opened up all of them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was already open, so I for the record, I agree with you 100%. It's a lot easier to close them than it is to open them.
Yes.
Because yeah, that's what I mean. If it worked for him, just to save time, I can do the same thing.
Okay.
Is all I'm saying. Rather than
Yeah.
having to resummon again.
So you
10 pounds. Okay.
interesting.
I mean, they did
so-
limit it to the number that you can actually have out now, so 10 seems more fair now.
That's concerning. So unlike the other ones, when you do the do and activate the and turn the key inside, you don't feel your mage hand pop in this one. But you do see the third and final bit on the sarcophagus turn 90 degrees and then go down, and then all three of them seem to like latch open.
Mm-hmm.
And now what do you do?
From the ledge, Sleek will carefully lean over to see. Wait, has the lid actually slid off, or is it just unlocked at this point?
You look down and it looks like it is unlocked, but it's still a stone sarcophagus with a stone lid.
Sleek will quickly look around for something to drop into the pit, like a rock or a fallen piece of debris or
How
something.
about a goblin?
What?
Get in there!
And Sleek momentarily pauses, considering sending Blueberry down there, and dismisses it. He keeps looking.
I could use Blueberry and just resummon him.
No.
All right. What is it that you actually plan to do?
Well, Sleek just wants to make sure that the ground around the sarcophagus is at least safe. So, once again, turning to Togas, and he'll say, did you notice anything about the floor around the sarcophagus?
No.
Then it should be safe. Now might be a good time for the rope, Boblin.
Just trying to find the correct thing for me, but don't mind me.
How much rope do we need?
Probably about 20 feet.
Okay, I have that.
I don't know, Boblin, you're a little shorter. You might need 30.
I have that too.
Wait, actually double that because we might want to get back out. So 30 for down and then another 30 to get back out.
That's not how rope works.
Are you sure?
I'm questioning my shortness now.
I will pull out my 50 feet of rope.
No.
No, we need 60.
I am not getting into this argument with you, Doctor. Is there like a anchor point I could use on the fan?
Oh yeah, there's like
Oh.
The
two
sharp
bracing
fan?
like
Sharp fan?
No,
The thing that was
like
holding the fan.
the center.
Okay.
yeah, there's like
Yeah.
two like
The center hub.
like stone pillars that the fan uses as like a centering point to hold it there. So yeah, you could wrap like some rope around that underneath it all.
I will use some
and
of
then
my artifice training to do so.
okay, I'm just trying to get the correct thing because apparently shenaniganery.
Shenaniganery.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Continue. Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
we're still here.
Well,
Okay. I thought I disconnected there for a second.
I thought Boblin was climbing down with a rope, so and they were tying off rope, so Doctor was just waiting.
alright, Bobbin will tie down. Climb down.
Give me a second. So Boblin climbs down. Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. Bleh. Here we go. Something was supposed to happen when all three did the thing. When all three of those dials on the sarcophagus turn and latch open, the stone sarcophagus turns transparent crystal, revealing a mummified monkey-like creature within. Clutched in its desiccated claws, looks to be a fearsome mace. You still have to like push open the sarcophagus, but now you can see within.
Hold on, Boblin.
Yeah?
Before you do anything,
I'm waiting for instructions.
Care to
By the
fill
way,
us
Paul-
in there, Tokus?
Paul, that is fully in character. Paul?
Blink,
Oh my god.
He's reading.
God.
It's a sentence.
Yeah. So you're just yelling into your brain.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah,
looks-
you are yelling into your brain. So thinking
Yes.
well.
thinking
Thinking
loudly.
loudly.
It looks like a Sue monster corpse holding a mace.
A what monster?
This is
A
a
Sue monster.
monkey in his head.
Yeah.
Oh.
the-
It's the monkeys. That's what they call
Yeah.
them on Schalt.
And which one of you was that?
That would be Wongo.
Now I'm gonna use some logic here. Get ready for this.
Huh?
Big brain. Big brain.
This is all internal still.
Okay.
So
It's fine. It's fine. We can all roleplay here.
yeah, yes. So we open your sarcophagus and you enter my head.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. I needed a vessel.
Yes. So if we open that sarcophagus, Wongo's gonna probably enter whoever opened that one's head.
That would be apt. I'm not entirely aware of how everything works. I was in a dark pit for a very long time, and I could not tell what was going on.
There. What do you know about this Wongo before we do anything with this?
Give DM says give second as I flip pages.
See, out of character, I'm trying to be smart to try to avoid what I'm sure what might be a bad thing.
Wongo always seemed agitated and twitchy, but if we are to defeat the mad undead wizard that claimed our immortal souls as power sources, did I not say that? Like we are being effectively used as batteries to power what he has downstairs.
Good.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
downstairs, awesome, fantastic.
Yes, it's from what I understand, it is at the furthest depths of this tomb. We will need more help from my brothers and sisters.
Yes, but I am sure there are some that are more trustworthy than others.
Okay, I'm just trying to remember which ones had beef with others. Okay, so, well, Wongo was never the kindest. But they were a fierce combatant in life, and I can give them that. They did tend to pick fights with many of us, but that may come in handy in this quest that we find ourselves.
Yes, but that one down there, he is probably, and you know I can't lie right now, the kindest goblin I have ever seen, and I would not risk that.
This is a conundrum, because we are this close.
Yes.
I would hate to leave them there this close from freedom.
I do not wish to lose my friend. And he is a knight in training, so I would prefer him not to lose his progress.
Well, from the looks of it, the sarcophagus turned to some sort of glass.
Yes.
Much easier to break than a stone slab.
Yes.
Maybe someone else?
Hey, doctor.
Yes.
Do you think one of your guys could maybe open the sarcophagus instead of our goblin?
Why?
Okay, so remember the other sarcophagus?
Uh-huh.
Turns out the gods of Omu are in them, like their spirits, and I have one of them in my head now. And I talked to the god. Apparently, the guy in there is rather mean, and I don't want to have Boblin get mean.
You have what in your head?
God. least I think they're divine. Maybe. I don't know. I assume he is just staring in my head.
Just
So have one of them open it and take the staff that he has. I think that's what it was described as.
mace.
It was a mace, I think.
Mace. Yeah, a mace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides, Boblin already has a cool weapon. Right, Boblin?
Boblin.
You already have a cool weapon, right?
I mean, my companions are here to assist us, if that's what you
Exactly.
want.
Boblin waves his flaming rapier around.
I am apprehensive but curious to see how this turns out.
I will scoot back. Let Delg by.
Yes.
And also, Boblin is more dex, so a mace would not be useful for him.
It's true. Um. I mean, with all that armor, he's probably not going to have a very good time trying to climb down. As he falls in. Let's see, 20 feet. Okay. Boblin, you might want to climb out of there for right now.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
Hmm.
And I will.
Blueberry, you too. Don't go touching that.
And I will have him push the thing off. And
All right.
take the
Could you give me either like a strength check or like an attack roll?
I could. This is definitely a thing.
For Delg.
Yeah, yeah. A strength or attack roll.
Yeah. Either one sounds appropriate for what is what this wants.
For what this wants. $21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. So Delg pries his axe, because I assume he has an axe, because of the picture, into the spot. Or go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, into like the seam of the lid in the sarcophagus, and then twists to crack the seal, and then pushes the lid open. As the lid seems to catch its weight, fall to the ground, and shatter in glass.
Okay.
And as that happens, the undead monkey in the sarcophagus, its eyes shoot open and screech, and starts flailing around the mace in its hand. And that's where we'll pick up next time, because I don't think we have enough time for a combat encounter.
Okay.
So, like, in my